Hi, this is teacher Asif from IELTS 5 to 9. I have been helping students succeed in IELTS for over 25 years. Today's lesson is all about writing the introduction of Writing Task 1. Let's learn and practice. Let me quickly tell you what we will do today. First, I'll tell you a few important things about the line graph. Then I'll break down the task statement. I'll tell you how to write the introduction by paraphrasing it. After that, we will practice writing the introduction together. And in the end, I'll give you an assignment that you could do later on your own. Did you know there are 6 pieces of information in a line graph? This is the line graph. The first important piece of information is given on the y-axis. This is the y-axis and the values of the consumptions are written here. The second is the unit. When you talk about these values, always use a unit. For example, don't just say the consumption was 100. That's incorrect. You must say the consumption was 100 grams or 200 grams. The third piece of information is on the x-axis. On the x-axis, you are given time. Then we have the lines or trends. These lines have their names, and to know them, we go to the legend. In the legend, you see color coding. For example, fish and chips is in blue, burger is in red, pizza is in brown. And those same colors match the lines. After that, the last piece of information is the title of the graph. The title tells us about fast food, consumption, and the time period. So, these are the 6 most important pieces of information in the line graph. The y-axis, the unit, the x-axis, the lines, the legends, and the title. Remember, when you write your introduction, these 6 things are very important. Now, let's break down the task statement. The statement says, the graph below shows the trends in the consumption of fast food in Britain. So, let's analyze it. The first word is graph. Remember, the graph is one out of 8 types of illustrations. Others are column chart, bar charts, pie charts, tables, diagrams, maps, or plans. The word below simply means the illustration is given under the statement. Here, the main verb is shows, but we can use its synonyms like provides information on, illustrates, compares, relates, tabulates, and lists. Next is the word trends. Sometimes instead of the trends in, they give you the words like number of, amount of, percentage of, or unit of. Then comes the word consumption. This is the main idea of the graph, and its values are laid down on the y-axis. Next, we see fast food. Actually, this is the topic of the statement. And the legends contain the specific fast foods, fish and chips, burger and pizza. Finally, Britain is the name of the place. So you see, every word in the task statement gives us important clues. Now, when we have all the basic knowledge, let's learn how to write the introduction. To write the introduction, we paraphrase the task statement. The original statement says, the graph below shows the trends in consumption of fast food in Britain. Let's paraphrase it. First, I keep the word graph. I cannot change this to pie chart or anything else. Next, I remove the word below. Why? Because in the exam, there is no graph below overwriting. Then instead of shows, I use the synonym provides information on. Instead of trends in, I can use tendency for. Instead of consumption, I have used eating. And I got this synonym from the title of the graph, eating of fast food. Next, instead of fast food, I use the specific foods from the legends, fish and chips, burger and pizza. I also add the unit grams. Then I keep the place name Britain. Finally, I add the time period from the x-axis between 1970 and 1990. So this is my paraphrased introduction. Let's see how I paraphrase with synonyms and specific words. Instead of shows, I wrote provides information on. Instead of trends in, I used tendency for. Instead of consumption, I wrote eating. Instead of between 1970 and 1990, I could also say over a 20-year period commencing in 1970. I have used specific words. So instead of fast food, I wrote fish and chips, burger and pizza. So you see, I used synonyms and specific words instead of general ones. That's the key to a high band score introduction. Let's revise one more time. My steps were keep the word the graph, remove below, replace shows with provides information on, replace the trends in with tendency for, replace consumption with eating, and you can get this synonym from the title of the graph. Replace fast food with specific words fish and chips, burger and pizza. Always use the unit, here it is grams. Keep the place name Britain. Add the time period between 1970 and 1990 or over a 20-year period commencing in 1970. That's how you write a strong introduction. Now let's practice what we have learned. Here's a new graph. The statement says, the graph below gives information about water use worldwide. So first I read the statement carefully and I notice the word worldwide. But in the title it says global water use by sector. So I can use global as a synonym. Then I check the legend. It shows three sectors: agriculture, industry, and domestic. On the y-axis, values are given in cubic kilometers. It's very important. Never write 500 alone. Always write 500 cubic kilometer. Now pause the video and write your introduction. When you are finished, replay the video and compare your intro with mine. So here is the introduction I wrote. The graph provides information about global water consumption in cubic kilometer by three sectors: agriculture, industry, and household between 1900 and 2000. Notice I use the unit, the legend, and the time period. But we can make it even better by adding just two words. We can make it a band 9 introduction. I wrote, the graph provides information about how global water consumption in cubic kilometers by three sectors: agriculture, industry, and household changed between 1900 and 2000. Here I have added just two words, how and changed, and made it a sure band 9 introduction, completely paraphrased. Now it's your turn. This is your assignment. Here's the statement. The graph below shows radio and television audiences throughout the day in 1992. Look at the legend. The solid line represents television and the dotted line is radio. The x-axis shows time of the day. The title says radio and television audiences in the UK October to December 1992. Now pause this video and write your own introduction. You can post it in the comments section. I'll check as many as I can and give you my feedback. This is the introduction I have written. The graph provides information on the radio and TV audiences in percentage in the UK over a period of 24 hours starting from 6 a.m. in 1992. That's how you will improve. That's it for today. Keep practicing and I'll see you in the next lesson. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. To learn how to write the body paragraphs and the overview, click here, okay, for the next lesson in the series. Thank you very much.